In the story of two people coming together, a shared space often emerges that transcends words. This shared space is an invisible foundation that shapes, transforms, and deepens relationships. While each person carries traces of their past, habits, and dreams, a delicate bridge forms between the known and unknown in their togetherness. The mystery underlying relationships is often hidden in the footprints of this invisible bridge. One of humanity's oldest questions is why the shadows of our past reflect into today's relationships. The way a person perceives love, intimacy, and affection from early childhood becomes the silent architect of the bonds they form throughout life. The words, expressions, and silences of parents or caregivers echo in the child's world. Later, with each step taken at the threshold of adulthood, traces of these first experiences unconsciously seep into new relationships. In every disagreement, every joy and disappointment, these phantom roots reveal themselves. A small stone thrown into water creates expanding ripples. Similarly, relationship patterns learned in childhood circle back in people's later lives, sometimes repeating similar scenarios. However, this cycle is not always inevitable. Life leaves humans open to change, learning, and making new choices. Sometimes the shadow of the past also prepares the ground for choosing a different path, because every new pattern of love, affection, or friendship encountered opens a door beyond the familiar. Relationships are, in a way, a journey where our inner maps touch each other. A person is invited not only to understand themselves, but also the past, hopes, and wounds of the other. Growing together is sometimes the art of healing wounds together, and sometimes the art of moving forward without creating new wounds. At the intersection of two lives, understanding and reciprocating emotions forms the cornerstone of a relationship. Every person re-experiences the aspects that shadow, hurt, or strengthen them through another person. Sometimes this experience can be hurtful, sometimes healing. In every case, feeling seen and understood is one of the deepest needs. When walking in a forest, stones on the path are sometimes visible, sometimes hidden among the leaves. Emotions inherited from the past in relationships are the same, mostly invisible, but their presence is felt when they come underfoot. Emotions that went unseen or misunderstood in the past wait secretly with the hope of being met someday in adulthood, but no one can read another's heart alone. Unless emotions are expressed, the party waiting to be understood gets lost in endless silence. The strength of relationships depends on safely revealing emotions that open to each other. The deeper a tree's roots, the higher its branches can reach. Similarly, without understanding the origin of their emotions and needs, a person struggles to form deep bonds in new relationships. Sometimes the need felt for a relationship is an attempt to fill a void from the past, but a healthy togetherness is an experience that enriches life's journey and enables the individual to connect with themselves as well. A person who considers their own fragility, recognizes their needs, and can express them, increases the possibility of finding a similar response. In a relationship, there are not just two people. There is a third space in between, a we that is shaped by the joint effort of both, reborn every day. This space grows as two people develop each other, share their essence, and bring it to life. Vitality, born from inner richness, brings excitement and novelty to relationships. Beside an individual who doesn't continuously develop themselves and lives life monotonously, the relationship can also become lifeless over time. A partnership where only responsibilities are shared and excitement and novelty are lacking gradually fades. However, togetherness that is open to learning and discovery survives in the long term. With another analogy, when a ship takes shelter in a safe harbor and remains motionless for a long time, it gathers moss and its durability decreases. What brings life energy to relationships is sailing to new harbors together. gaining experience and being open to change. In a togetherness that makes room for novelties and grows through sharing, both intimacy and individual development coexist. Two people embarking on a common life journey build a solid and meaningful unity by embracing the differences between them and considering each other's needs. One of the most basic needs in a relationship is for fragility to be safely seen and understood. Strong and long-lasting partnerships flourish in environments where parties can reveal even their most vulnerable sides without hiding. People who cannot share their vulnerability or who are not sufficiently embraced when they do share gradually distance themselves internally. However, experiencing that sense of home security, even if only for a while, is essential for the permanence of togetherness. Another universal need is the shared excitement experienced in the relationship. Looking at the same life, walking the same path doesn't mean never diverging from paths and then being able to meet again, but both lives inevitably turn toward a common goal, a common satisfaction at some point. Although there are many different forms of relationships, what everyone essentially wants to feel is sharing and intimacy. Some seek harmonious friendship, others pursue unique passion. There is no single form of this. What matters is being able to transform the relationship beyond mechanical partnership into authentic and nourishing togetherness. Separations, arguments, and disagreements are inevitable in a relationship from time to time. The fundamental issue here is being able to overcome issues by talking, asking, and listening. Every need and emotion not discussed or expressed in relationships gradually becomes an invisible obstacle. Togetherness remaining in the shadow of the unknown, and silence cracks from within. Therefore, the main pillar that keeps a relationship standing is two people being able to talk to each other with courage and courtesy. The essence of relationships is sometimes hidden in agreements, sometimes in glances. When everyone recognizes their own needs and desires and is willing to share them, a transparent space forms in the relationship. In this space, both parties can sometimes distance themselves from each other, but what matters is being able to reunite each time. This space, where shared excitement and trust are nourished, allows togetherness to take root. Walking together on life's path sometimes means two separate roads, sometimes converging trails. The emphasis is always on sincerity and development. The strength of a relationship lies in both parties investing time and energy in both themselves and their relationships. A life where each person nourishes their own richness, learns new things, and lives their differences also enlivens togetherness. This mutual development contributes to the renewal and longevity of the relationship. The essential issue in togetherness is being able to walk hand in hand on a common path without losing identities. It's about changing together, transforming, and sometimes growing separately. A life to be lived together becomes beautiful, not only with tasks to be shared, but with dreams to be built together, joys to be felt together, and understanding to be grown with patience. Relationships are a garden that always needs talking, understanding, and care. It's a labor that requires a little more attention and a little more compassion every day. In the end, what humans pursue is simply to be loved, understood, and valued. Relationships are also the soil where these human needs flourish in a shared life. The more care one gives, the more one talks, the more one keeps this bond open to growth, the deeper and more lasting meaning one finds in togetherness. And in every relationship, the secret to creating a true bond lies in creating a space that is talked in together, listened to together, and grown together.